This morning, we have two really great keynotes coming up. And I really want to thank Peter Holicki and Brigadier General Tuhill with us this morning. And with that, I want to introduce our first keynote speaker, Peter Holicki. Peter is the corporate vice president for the Dow Chemical Company for engineering, manufacturing, environment, safety, and health. Peter joined Dow Chemical in 1987 in Germany and was promoted to his current position last year. I want to say two things about the Dow Chemical Company. The first, Dow has been a leader in adopting the latest technologies for decades. Dow was one of the few companies that developed their own control system going back to 70s and 80s. And this control system is still actually controlling many of their plants. And then in the 90s, Dow was one of the first companies to roll out an entire actually ERP system to corporate-wide. Second thing I'd like to mention about Dow is they're in the middle of making massive investments, building two very large plants. And Peter is responsible for bringing those two plants online, on time, and on budget. Without further ado, please join me welcoming Peter Holicki to the stage.
So good morning, everyone. When Peter came up, I was a little worried that this industry is now also starting to be deceiving or not telling the truth right away when he said we are in sunny Florida, because yesterday when I came, that definitely was not true. The other thing, when I strolled through the parlor here next door, and also this morning, I was amazed about many things I will address in my speech. I could see there right away in the room here next door to us. I saw a lot of new companies out there. I saw a lot of known faces, known names. But there's also a lot of new companies. We have branching in new technology into our industry, which is we very much appreciate and applaud. But we also see a tremendous young talent coming into the technology space, which is particularly refreshing to me. So I also think you make a good choice coming here to Florida for those days to attend the ARC conference. Now, getting into my speech, I will tell you that we at Dow, we are really addicted to technology. It's embedded in everything we do and everything we have going. It's, in my mind, a healthy addiction. It drives our growth and the well-being of our company. Technology is widely recognized as one of the biggest enablers, but also disruptors in our lives. We have seen companies and even countries stumble because of the one technology threat that unites us all, cybersecurity. So I'm very glad to have Greg Tuhill speak more about this to us today from the Department of Homeland Security. ARC, it's the first time I attend. I'm sorry I missed the 18 previous sessions, but ARC has put together a tremendous program and a tremendous event here together, and I'm thankful that you invited me. Andy, I also want to single you out for the nice words you had about me and about Dow, our thought leadership when it comes to technology, and how we integrate technology into our business activities across the world. I'm delighted to share here with you a few lessons we have learned when it comes to technology implementation, and I hope they are of some use to you and your organization. In today's world, quick and effective management and implementation of technology is a key advantage for any company. We must all continue to adapt our technology acceleration and bring new and better solutions to the marketplace. We have seen this play out in the chemical industry over the past several decades. This has brought tremendous change of fortune to the industry I'm from, the chemical industry. If I look back in time, 25 years, from the largest 20 chemical companies in the world 25 years ago, today only 8 remain. The companies that didn't survive, they were the ones that were either too comfortable with the status quo, or they followed the wrong trends. In any case, costly mistakes, not just for the shareholder, in fact for all stakeholders. They did quit innovating, they quit improving, they quit making the incremental but necessary changes to remain competitive in today's world. Our CEO, Andrew Liveris, he put the challenge in front of all our employees to have a $1 billion productivity improvement delivered. Needless to say that this cannot be done without technology. It also emphasizes the reality, if you want to be a premier, a superior company, you have to grow and you have to be productive at the same time. It's not technology alone that determines if you win or not. It's not the single solution or the biggest problem to the organization. Technology needs strategy and needs business alignment. Or said differently, it needs business ownership. There has been more than one case where I saw technology fail in Dow when there was no business ownership, when techies did run technology development and technology implementation. The ownership of the business and the alignment with the strategy is very, very important. I have been privileged to see at Dow how technology can be successfully integrated in our businesses and into our operations, and how it can be leveraged, and how we can control technology instead of have technology control us. It's also very important that we are not letting companies that own technology control us. We want to identify key products and then partnering with the right suppliers for critical success. When I think about a global company of the size as ours and the scope we have, we are producing 6,000 products in more than 30 countries, in fact 36 countries. You can see us a bit like an elephant lumbering slowly along, working systematically, a bit like me. While being wise and graceful at times, this big elephant, even if it looks back at 117 years of relentless success, can have difficult to change, or be more challenging and ask the elephant to learn to dance. We know this is anything else than easy, but change we must, and we will. The question then becomes, how exactly do we get the elephant to dance? And that's where I want to share some of my experiences with you. First, also in the company I work for, I quite often hear, and it's not true, that all the low-hanging fruit is gone. That it is more difficult, that it is more costly to make future gains. Andy said it, I started with Dow in Germany, and the first 10 years, I lived in Europe's biggest orchard, close to Hamburg, Germany. And when I drove into work, you could see that each year, the orchard farmers, they would prune the trees to ensure they get high quality, low-hanging fruit the next season. And that method worked year over year. In fact, if you stop pruning, the performance of the tree goes down. I learned that we must constantly cut back on our structure, that we have to prune our branches, that we have to lighten our organization to keep the organization agile, strong, and ready to deliver results. We need to do both, grow, but at the same time, hawkishly watch productivity. We take advantage of the excellent qualities the elephant has: the intelligence, the strength, the power, the loyalty, and ability to adapt when convinced. For Dow, technology and innovation have been the differentiators, allowing us to significantly increase our productivity and develop more solutions to some of the greatest human challenges. We can do more with fewer resources than ever before. In fact, to give you an example what operation has done in the company, in a single decade, we led the charge delivering twice the amount of pounds, twice the output with half the people in a decade. So this is productivity necessary to stay competitive in our landscape. And the potential is as great as ever to keep pushing productivity forward through continuous improvement, through enhanced collaboration, and also targeted investments in technology. Let's take a closer look at the technologies we have implemented and leverage at Dow to get the elephant to dance. First, I'd like to begin with the Enterprise Resource Planning tool, ERP, that we call Diamond Systems. Andy just called that out. When we introduced it in the early 1990s, it was the first standardized global enterprise-wide system implementation of its kind. It was huge. It brought all of Dow together onto one platform, enabling significant productivity gains and improvements in reporting capabilities. It served us well for 3 decades. It was extremely innovative, and we adapted it as our needs progressed. It was part of our competitive landscape and an advantage. We stayed loyal to it like an elephant would. But Dow's market strategies evolved. It was clear it was time for a new IT architecture, designed to accommodate our increasingly sophisticated market-facing businesses. We needed a new IT solution to maximize productivity from all Dow's global operations, also our joint ventures and other partner companies. A new platform that would provide end-to-end view of our work processes so that we make better decisions across all businesses. Between 2011 and 2014, together with the strategic suppliers, we successfully implemented the next generation of Diamond System. In all of our geographies, today, we have 44,000 users within and outside Dow connected to it, and more than 209 manufacturing locations around the world. It was not easy, and the implementation was very critical to our company. But our flexible, step-by-step, and risk-based ERP implementation approach enabled investments to be made at appropriate times, and most importantly, safeguarded and preserved business continuity at all times. Today, our customers can do more easily business with us, but the next generation ERP system is also more nimble to support mergers, to support joint ventures, to support carve-outs, elements that are more critical to the Dow strategy than they have ever been before. Leveraging state-of-the-art technology can also drive growth projects. It has helped the elephant to dance and made Dow the preferred partner of choice when it comes to projects from small to giga-sized. Technology has helped us to deliver 2 growth platforms for Dow. They are both giga-sized, giga-cost, giga-complex, giga-risk. You are ready for an elephant-sized headache looking at it. As a leader of Dow's manufacturing operation, I have core responsibility for the delivery of that, and it's near and dear to my heart. The first project is named Gulfstream. It's right here at the US Gulf Coast, where we announced more than $4 billion of investments. The project is aimed to expanding Dow's fully back-integrated market-facing businesses with the vital building blocks like ethylene and propylene, while at the same time retain Dow's leadership position when it comes to be the prime producer of plastics, packaging, and elastomers. We do capture the shale gas advantage in our new existing assets and link all 4 major production locations at the Gulf Coast with a unique and intelligent pipeline and storage grid. Smart process automation technology, again, will allow Dow to fully integrate the 7 crackers we have and the new propane dehydro unit with our downstream operations. The second project is Sadara, and many of you are working with us on that project as well. It was announced in 2011 along with our partner in Sadara, Saudi Aramco. Together, we are building one kind of a fully integrated chemical company in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia that will be the largest chemical complex ever put on the face of this planet in one single go. It's not just a site, it's a whole company that's created. The Hydrocarbon Processing magazine just named the Sadara program the top petrochemical project of the year 2014. When we complete this $20 billion project together with our partner, it will consist out of 26 all brand new world-scaled manufacturing units. All state-of-the-art, world-scale, Sadara is expected to deliver annual revenues in the magnitude of $6 to $8 billion every year within the first few years of operations. It will operate as a separate company and generate thousands of direct and indirect jobs in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. With the Sadara construction workforce now peaking at about 60,000 people, you can imagine it is requiring the formation of a small city to get that done. To give you a sense of scale, the average consumption of the most popular protein is about 25,000 chickens a day. So projects of this size and scope require every skill we have, from basic project management to highly sophisticated automation control. Technology is the linchpin throughout all of that activity. From process modeling to engineering to construction to commissioning and startup, technology and automation is everywhere. Think about the opportunity to unite 26 big units in a grid, in a smart grid, and see that powerhouse facing the economy. It's a dream for all techies, let me tell you that. I'm pleased to let you know that both Gulfstream and Sadara, also because of the help of many here in the room, are proceeding on time and are proceeding on budget. Finally, I want to touch on manufacturing excellence. Achieving manufacturing excellence through effective implementation and leveraging technology has been another big enabler to get the elephant to dance. It drives a performance culture in Dow. Companies need to know right away when plants are not operating in the perfect state. Strong collaboration capitalizing on state-of-the-art technology within plants and across the enterprise, help to ensure optimum performance. Dow, like many other manufacturing companies, relies on computer-based processes to monitor plant safety and support our product releases. The challenge is to automate data collection and then to provide data as needed in the right format and ready to put it to work to make decisions. At Dow, our technology centers of excellence around the world play a critical role for each of the businesses. They drive process safety, protect our technology, and ensure most effective technology is identified, used, and leveraged as fast as we can, wherever we operate. This allows an engineer in our ion exchange resin plant in Midland, Michigan, to feel right at home if she or he goes and works in our Chinese plant. They will find the same tools, the same equipment, the same procedures. This is what a technology center drives. Technology center employees also make it their business to keep up with the most effective technology and stay on top of trends. And wherever possible, I expect them to set trends. They are constantly evaluating and improving Dow's competitive technology position. They also work hard to drive technology and an operating culture throughout the organization, pushing productivity to make sure, like the farmer, we can harvest the low-hanging fruit every year. In the end of the day, technology cannot be effectively deployed without the right people. It is their vision, it's their expertise, their talents that bring technology to fruition. At Dow, we have only 6 layers of leadership. Between the CEO and the field people, there are only 5 layers. We have an open door policy, and we provide people a broad freedom to act right from the word go. We build our centers of technical excellence around the world, not just here in the States. Finding the right people, the right talent, is harder than it ever was. I will give everybody that. But no doubt, also you have experienced critical talent shortages. And that's why once you find the right talent, you want to make sure you do everything to develop and keep that talent within your organization. At Dow, we are very proud of our extremely low attrition rate. Like the elephant, Dow is smart, strong, and sure-footed. Once the people are working together to innovate, to explore new opportunities, and to clear the path for exceptional growth in an ever challenging economic environment. This creates exciting work atmosphere, full of promise, exactly what the young talent wants. So coming to my final thoughts here, I think first, the best way to stay ahead of competition and to thrive in an ever more complex marketplace, it is through technology development and technology implementation. Secondly, technology and innovation has to be aligned with business vision and business strategy, bringing back the concept of owning technology. Only then you get remarkable results. But you also have to be willing to part from strategy, to adapt your strategy when needed. That's when you find others will follow you. Human capital is critical to success. You need to attract the best talent, and more importantly, you need to keep it. I found if you do that, that's when you get the elephant to dance. Thank you very much.